Tonight, we're calling out the police officers who decided that it is all right to clobber innocent and threatening Kenyans, while others chose the route of disregarding the sacrosanct role of the media and just ultimately professionalism and humanity. Why would police officers, as was seen today, train their terror at journalists who are just doing their job within the confines of the law? Why would a police officer look to get into a fight with a journalist displaying a pedestrian approach to his official work while fully clad in official attire? He was so out of line that even his colleagues had to hold him back and to chest thump his way through the bar brawl style approach when the journalist asked him to stop attacking him. He asked him what he's going to do, the literal utadu personified. Unfortunately, this was not an isolated incident of police officers unjustifiably targeting journalists as they covered the protests, which, for the record, were largely marked by police activities and protesters' responses. In Nairobi Central Business District, when things were heating up, journalists who sought to record or do live reporting were met by tear gas canisters being lobbed their way in a manner to depict and communicate that they were deliberately being targeted. CNN's Larry Madowo reported being aimed at and shot at with canisters, with some fragments hitting him. Why are journalists and other innocent citizens being turned into targets? And why is the Constitution being put at the center of the gunman's aim? Mr. Acting Inspector General of Police Gilbert Masengeli, is this the identity that the service is made of? Just this evening, you issued a statement on the events of the day saying in part, and I quote, "Kenya is a democratic country, and as a service, we wish to reiterate our commitment to promoting democratic policing that upholds the rule of law, professionalism, transparency, and accountability." End of quote. How do we reconcile this pronouncement to some of your juniors' actions and behaviors? What does this demonstrate? Actually, let's talk about demonstrations for a bit. The media fraternity demonstrated demanding justice and integrity in the police service. The police demonstrated some goodwill in accepting the petition and making commitments to act on it accordingly. But beyond that, some cops have spat in the face of the goodwill and through their actions have demonstrated or protested against what is expected of them. It is weeks after other journalists were attacked, and we have hardly seen action being taken against police officers, some whose actions were caught on camera and are in the public domain. Sadly, that we have seen and experienced the bitter fruit of their indiscretions. To the Independent Policing Oversight Authority and the Internal Affairs Unit of the National Police Service, do your part and let justice be served. Mr. President William Ruto, you have vowed to ensure media freedom, but some of the boots on the ground are stomping on this commitment as they trample underfoot the reputation that some good officers have worked to build. Yes, there are good officers, cops worth salutes of honor, and we laud them for their professionalism. While you're insistent that the police service is independent, we know you have the influence to push the wheels of justice faster. So it's time for lights, camera, and action. Over to you. Journalism is not a crime.